Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast. Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit,
What's good? This is Heavyweight Podcast, episode number 39. Trace 9. It's your boy Mo Lethal. I'm filling in for Stutter here. He's a little under the weather, but he's with us. He's soldiering through. So I'm gonna just keep it. We're gonna keep it the same. Just my voice instead of his. How was you guys' weeks?
Sucked ass.
Same.
Lovely.
As you can see and hear, audience, Stutter and Geek sound like they're both under the weather. But we're gonna soldier on for you guys.
This is why we film remotely.
Facts.
Do you want to elaborate on that weak sucking ass stuff, or are we just gonna leave it as suck ass?
I soldiered through, but my voice became evident at work that I was under the weather, and I just try to keep that shit to myself because with shit like COVID, people assume the worst. So
Yeah.
but my kids just they got me sick. I was the last one in the house to get sick, and that's how it always goes.
That's how it goes.
PSA for the people without kids out there: kids will bring home everything that they contact with and give that shit to you. So doesn't matter how safe you are, they gonna fuck you up. Mr. Wendell, your week? How's your week?
No, mine's lovely. There was
Oh.
Well, you're the fourth parent that has been sick from their kid this week, and I ain't got sick. So one kid at work got sent home for 5 days just because he was like, "Yeah, I feel sick right now." And they're like, "Well, you're showing signs of COVID, like you said." Sent his ass home for 5 days. He's like, "The next day I was fine, but that's on them. Got 5 free days off."
Is he gonna get paid for it though?
Hell yeah.
Hey, you got some shit. I had a scare.
We got that COVID pay still.
I had a scare because my daughter had like a little short 2-day fever, and then my wife caught some shit. But I hit him with the Heisman. So
Hey, you better knock on that bookcase.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. Fuck it. Yeah, my week was grind, trying to change my mentality, trying to get these hours in and progress in life. And I discussed with Stutter briefly this week that I need some passive income, nigga, because I'm tired of doing other shit.
Yeah, I'm
There's
with you,
money
man.
while
I'm
you
working
sleep.
on it.
So I might
working on it.
I might start doing some shit. I gotta figure this shit out. I got some ideas in my head, but we'll figure it out.
OnlyFans.
Selling feet.
Can I make my cousin had a great idea. Instead of OnlyFans, he said he'll do a Only Cans, where he just records his stuff recycling. I said people might watch that shit.
I thought you were gonna show your titties.
That's
and
what I
just
thought.
be only cans.
Hey. You say that shit jokingly, but I believe I could catfish some niggas. I got a mean side titty. You might think that it's a woman.
I'm sure there's a hustle for and a fetish for side man titty.
Hey, I got it at this point.
Yeah. But you got to go out in public still.
Yeah, but I want to show my face.
That's why you don't show your face.
Yeah, I'm just
somebody's people are good on the. Do you not know how the internet works? They gonna find you. You gonna be at Costco and they gonna be like, "Hey, that's what you know."
You ain't lying about that. What about you, Keith? How's your week, man? Besides the
I mean, it was cool until the wind started, and allergies is a hell of a thing.
Thank God for that.
You know, like about because I went to the doctor last week and she gave me was that last Thursday? I think Friday, last Thursday or Friday. My allergies on 1,000, and so she gave me antibiotics and allergy medicine. She said take both this shit.
Damn.
She said my shit was inflamed like a motherfucker. It's been bad.
I wish.
But that's it.
No, but other than that, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, shit.
Weirdly enough, the cat doesn't trigger it. but everything else does.
We got a coworker. He says he's allergic to everything. I said, nigga, how do you live?
I didn't know there was a cockroach test. I didn't know there was a cockroach allergy test. I said, what
He's
the
allergic
fuck?
to cockroaches.
I'm allergic to cockroaches mentally.
Yeah, right? Burn the fucking house down. If I see one, we burn the house down. Nigga, time to move.
I mean, I dated somebody that was damn near allergic to everything. So
I knew a cat who was allergic to fresh fruit.
For everything.
He was allergic to fresh fruit.
Yeah,
like, that's the worst.
That's what my coworker said. He said he couldn't eat watermelon. I said, man, that's a sad. Kill yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
He
was she allergic to semen? Was she allergic to semen?
I know she watches this, and she's not going to care. But no, she was not.
Oh,
she checked the semen.
So she was a.
Okay.
She was a gargler.
Picking up like.
She was a gargler.
Check the semen.
Yeah, he said he's allergic to watermelon and avocados. I said, nigga, I would just kill myself because I love watermelon. I love avocados. I couldn't live.
Damn.
Right.
Just paint pears green.
Yeah, they ain't the same. I need that guacamole in my life. But let's get into it. Let's get into these topics, man. Mr. Wendell, you're gonna brief us on the New York subway incidents, and we're gonna go around and discuss.
Yeah, it's definitely a topic that has been known now.
Let me just say, I can't believe it was a Negro.
They caught. Well, yeah, we could discuss that. They caught him. I think it was 2 days ago. A few days ago, Frank James. I don't know if we even need to say his name, but he was 60-year-old black man. Went into Brooklyn subway and threw off some smoke bombs first, and then just start shooting into the crowd. I think he shot 30 people, 29 people.
Damn.
And they were talking about his Facebook post and all that, and how he was looking more unhinged as it went, and he was complaining about the homeless the whole time. And I guess that day was the day he was going to take matters into his own hand, per se, I guess. But I just don't know how we got to that. Like, he's a 62-year-old man. Like, what drives you that far? Like, we live in California. You think our homeless problem ain't bad? Like, that's what scares me, is like,
it's worse.
Is this going to come more and more and more and more and more frequent? Because that's not your prime candidate for a shooter.
No.
It sounds like he probably just had to hit a breaking point, and like, and then he finally probably mustered up the strength to do something about what he's deemed to be a problem. I mean, like you said, the Facebook posts were triggering, and I don't know why anyone. I mean, I feel like a real friend would have reached out, or maybe kind of like, hey, look, man, he's saying some serious shit, and I'm pretty sure somebody knew he had the arsenal at the house. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, somebody should. I get in the black community, like, the whole no snitching shit, but sometimes it's sometimes you gotta say, hey, man, this motherfucker's kind of crazy. Like, sometimes snitching is necessary.
It's not because snitching. That's telling the authorities.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's snitching, nigga.
Shit. 60?
What?
I said at 60 though. That's
he was 62. Yeah.
But to hit that point at 60 that shit must have been kind of strained up.
There got to be something else. Yeah.
But
I mean, but you gotta think about it. At 60 in New York, he's lived through some shit.
Let me ask you this:
the crazy, the drug infested 80s, the riots and all that shit. He's lived through some shit, and he probably just hit a breaking point. I mean, we all have breaking points, man, but you got to find a different way to deal with that shit. Like taking 30 innocent lives ain't the way.
Apparently, he lived in Philly.
Luckily, nobody. I don't think
Philly. He didn't even live in New York.
Yeah, he lived.
Yeah, he lived in Philly at some point.
Oh, okay.
But the interesting part to me too, because you were talking about he might have friends that could reach out and say something, but he could have been in the isolation, because as you hear about, I don't hear too many stories of friends like, oh man, I never thought he would do this, that. He might have just took himself into isolation and just let it fester and let it fester and let it fester.
There's a lot of wooded areas in the great state of New York.
And he went to Brooklyn.
And you
You
can
know
live
the
off the land.
demographic in Brooklyn. He
Apparently,
might not like
Dominican.
his own people. Huh?
I said apparently Dominican, but they're black anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm not going there. I see what you did there. I'm not going there. Yeah, you can tell that clearly festered up. But it sucks that that's how you felt like you had to go about it.
So let me ask this: when you have something, I mean, how do you guys deal with, like, when you have something that's festering, that's bothering you inside? What do you guys kind of do to kind of like ease it, like break it up? Because I feel like that shit needs to be tamed before it gets out of control. Before you reach that point where you snap or you black out or zone out and you just get to the rage point. Like what did you guys have methods to control that, or like what's y'all plan?
I mean, you already know what my first option is, but I'm not going to say that. Maybe going for walks, jogging,
You can say your first one for the people, so it's flexible.
masturbating,
Okay.
vigorously.
You said vigorously, this right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I thought for a second I heard furiously, and I was like, "Damn, you switched it."
It could be. It could be just. I can't take this shit anymore. I got to keep on doing this hard. Like, it's a possibility.
You got to release that.
that.
What about
that warming sensation lube?
I see what you did
Well,
there. What about you, Mr. Wendell?
I am now informed on warming sensation lube. I'm gonna try. But anyway, I actually, it sounds weird. I try to focus on whatever is bugging me and like get to why it's bugging me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hello.
So I acknowledge it.
Hello.
Hey.
Back-to-back episodes. He's a fifth member now.
All right. I'm go downstairs, okay?
I know they recording right now.
Yeah. I'm going.
Let me go.
I'm gonna make sure they know me.
What up? But that's my method. Is mainly
But see, a lot of times
go to it. I try to go to it.
But what do you do when what's bothering you can't affect what's bothering you? How do you learn to just live with it? Because sometimes
What do you mean what?
Because sometimes shit that bothers you have no control over.
Yeah. But I try to get to that point to see what it is. If it's something I can't control, then I have no choice but to go. I have to let this roll. Like I have no choice. Like it's because no matter what I do, like if I go take a walk, if I run, play video games, whatever, it's still there. So I have to go. What's the reason? Why is this bugging me? What can I do? If there's nothing I can do, boom. If there's something I can do, then let's start making plans to make it.
I hate platform shoes, so every pair of platform shoes my wife buy, I just tell them that they're ugly.
There's the best way I get through things is it's tiring yourself to the point of not thinking about it. So like I guess the working out or whatever, if you get to the point where you're too tired to think about what's frustrating you, a lot of times it does help you kind of get mellow to the point that when you finally get to that point of accepting what the hell that you can't change, it's a little bit easier.
Like you try to balance it.
Yeah, you try to balance it to the point where you keep these things when it hits you, like when that frustration hits you, you're like, okay, let me do this for a little bit and then get a little bit eased up, like a little bit balanced so it's not overwhelming you. But like that frustration shit, it can fester. Like, but I try to.
That shit leads to
for
stress.
me. It's just I can't. It doesn't like I have to go somewhere quiet and like it's weird. I know it might be weird. I don't. Maybe other people do it.
First of all, let me ask you this: with 3 kids, how do you have quiet in your house with 3 children?
Sometimes it's silly. You go fucking close the closet and turn the lights out. Like you find quiet. I can find quiet. Like even at work, there's a certain spot where it looks like I feel like I'm out in nature, so I just go over there and just chill, let the birds chirp in the sound of the thing, and just go into it.
I like constant noise, like music, something that keeps like a certain pace or pattern to help me ease out. quiet makes me think. To me,
Yeah.
quiet is louder for me.
Because
Well, that's the point for
completely
me.
quiet.
Could you hear your thoughts clear? That's what you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
But that's the point for me is that I need to hear the thoughts. So like when I do the music thing, I'm drowning everything out. When I do the quiet thing, that's me going at it. Where I'm like, okay, I need to just
But you're
go into this.
dissecting your thoughts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay.
Like I have to.
Okay.
Or else that shit'll just I'll have to do music all day because it'll just drive me nuts if I don't do anything. Like if I try to work out and shit, or if I try to cut the grass or do stuff, it'll be accomplished. But then I'll be like, I'm still fucking thinking about this the whole time I'm doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yep.
what about you, Geek? What about you, Geek? How do you? I mean, if you can get some words out, how do you manage that?
I still haven't figured it out. Honestly, I'm still pretty immature when it comes to.
Like you start flipping over tables immature. Like you get violent, or you
No.
I said you get violent. We can roll together.
Nah, I don't get violent, but I mean, this is gonna be fucked up of me saying it, but I turned to violent video games.
Oh,
you turn into Trevor.
Grand Theft Auto.
You turn into Trevor from Grand Theft Auto, huh?
That's a little extreme, but like I got what is it? WWE 2K22. Like I hop on that and beat up some people for a little while, or I might play one of the Resident Evil, or I just turn on something just to kind of
to be violent, safely violent.
Yeah, basically. Or same thing, I might just chill out and listen to music. Me, I don't let things go easily. At least in terms of like what's stressing me out. Because a lot of time I'm going at it alone. And so I don't have no outlet like I can't. It often feels like I can't depend on anybody, so I'm having to figure it out all the time by myself.
I'm pretty sure you got someone to depend on. You shouldn't feel like you're alone. No one's ever really alone. It's just a matter too of who you're comfortable with talking to.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But
you're not alone. I don't know.
Well, I'm saying the perception to myself is I'm always doing it alone, and so
I think that's
to keep myself from staying on it, I distract myself with certain things, and that's obviously not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is probably to figure out why I know why it's stressing me out. Obviously, it's a problem. I haven't figured out a suitable solution for myself to get through that problem, and that's why I stress. I
will say this. Out of all the answers, because I do a little bit of everything you guys just said, but I think Kevin had the most mature answer where he tries to figure out why he feels that way. I don't know why he's always trying to be mature and shit. I thought I'm gonna guess.
That's why I said mine is definitely immature. Mine is definitely immature.
Because I'm probably like 50-50 studying geek. Like I like the music to drown it out, so I don't think about it. But then at the same time, I am a grade A warrior. It's gonna stress me out until I figure it out, even no matter how I try to suppress it. So I probably should take the Kevin approach, but fuck it, I'm 30. I'm about to be 36. I ain't changing. So
hey man. I'll tell you where mine came from. I've told you guys this so many times. The mushrooms did it for me. They told me how to do it.
I'm not gonna go take no mushrooms, nigga.
Right.
No, it's too late. It's too late.
I'm not gonna take no mushrooms, man. You know.
Yeah, not like I'm eating them now. Let the kids. I'll be like, shit. This is 4 more hours of this.
So moving on, this episode gonna be kind of heavy, and I forgot to tell you guys to introduce yourself, but fuck, it's my first time. I'm not
weighing on some heavy shit.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
This past week in the not so great city of Victorville, California, there was a shooting inside the Victor Valley Mall, where a little girl was shot, not killed, but shot, being a bystander. So what happened was a couple guys in the mall stole from the store. Owner chased the guy through the mall, pulled out his weapon and proceeded to shoot at the guys who stole from the store in the mall. And unfortunately, a little girl was struck. I believe she was 9 years old. Rushed to the hospital. She survived. But I think what hurts me is the trauma that she's gonna have to go through. You know, and I just don't think the guy was wise enough or made a wise decision to fire, because
Hell
you,
no.
as a gun owner, even if you
Hell
have a
no.
CCW, you know that when you firing that weapon, you're risking taking someone's life, and in the place in which you fired, you risked multiple people's life, not even the person you're arguing for. And even if you would have shot the shoplifters, you're going to jail because you shot them in the back. There,
Yeah.
so then the guy shot the little girl, and then he was a fugitive, went on the run, and they caught his bitch ass in Nevada. But I guess my question to you guys is, as a parent, or Keith as a uncle or whatever, what do you do, or what can you say to her, the little girl, because fuck him, to try to help her get through this, because that has to be a traumatic experience. Like, and like as a parent also, for studying studying Kevin, as a parent, what would you, how would you prepare yourself for like some shit like that? I mean, that has to be a crazy situation.
I'll probably be circling, trying to find out all the information I can about that particular person, just because I probably would have a vendetta to some get back. But other than that, with trying to help my kid through something like that, I think it's just gonna have to take time, and and
Yeah.
having them understand that things like this happen in life, but you just got to be able to soldier through it. I possibly put her in uh, therapy or things to strengthen her belief and feeling comfortable being out in public, because that would, I'm sure that's a traumatic thing, being in public after that. So I got to be therapy time, and hopefully building her, I guess, tools for her to feel comfortable to be out in public with other people.
I think that's interesting what you said, because my mindset was this could potentially lead to that girl just being a homebody, not feeling safe
Yeah,
in public. So, what about you, Mr. Wendell?
Well, there's no preparation for nothing like this, but
it isn't.
I think I would try to make sure that they knew that the world isn't all ugly. Like, I know this is an ugly situation that happened to you, but it's not all ugly. Like, you have to try to find a way, because I'm sure that's gonna throw her in some shit to where she's thinking, like, why is this happening to me? Why
Hmm.
is somebody bad like that doing things bad to me? And like, like you said, going out in the public is gonna be tough. But I think the best way to go would be to try to, well, for me, it would be to try to show the good things, the good people, and get them around that in their time when they're ready to do that. Like, don't force it into them, but like slowly get it into, like, hey, we can go here. These are your family members that are, positive people around. And obviously, I think therapy is a must, because getting shot isn't, it's it seems like it's a thing that happens all the time, but it's a rare thing. It's really a rare thing in hindsight. So yeah, definitely get some trauma therapy for sure. But
Pete,
teaching her the world's not bad is a big thing to me.
your reaction?
Oop, my bad. I was muted. Obviously, like you said, therapy is definitely going to be important. Um, it's tough because obviously, obviously, when we were growing up, there was violence and stuff like that, but it seems different somehow now.
That's because there used to be rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Ain't no more rules.
And it's like I said, it's tough because it's like you you never know the time and place when stuff like this is going to happen, and that's a scary bit. And like you obviously don't want to have a discussion and it turn into, I don't want to say scared straight, but like you don't want it to turn into something that's going to add to the trauma.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what do you guys think was going through his mind that he chose to basically merchandise over the value of life? Like you're willing to take life over some shoes?
Yes, I'll tell you what I think, and I honestly think it ties back to that subway shooting. People think that they need to take everything into their own hands now. They believe that the police aren't doing their jobs or that there's not enough police. There's this weird ass narrative going around saying, okay, there's police retiring because of COVID and police retiring will be this because of the whole defund the police and all that crap. And now people have gone into their head and want to be Batman and be vigilantes. Because, like, look at it. He thought he had to go solve the homeless problem on his own with violence. You're like, come on, man. Like, that's what I think is happening in people's heads, is that they have to take it into their own hands as opposed to trusting the system, which is a weird ass thing to say because it hasn't been trusted that. Yeah.
I mean, us as white people, we don't trust the system already. We're always waiting for the second shoe to drop.
Some.
No, some.
Because I think homeboy, he might have been one of those who did trust the police.
Which one?
Like,
the subway guy?
Yeah. If you listen to some or look at some of his stuff, you're like, oh, he might have been one of them outcast cats. Say, hey, I'm calling the police on you guys, But that's my thought.
Like, but do you guys think like that's something like that we struggle with? I want to say like I don't know. I'm not gonna say we. Or do you think that's something that humans struggle with? Like the value. Like do you think that we as a people don't value life the way we should?
In this day and age, no, we don't.
That's tough.
I mean, because it's
like overall, no, we don't. There's so much violence going on today that you're kind of not even kind of like you're more or less numb to it, and
it happens
obviously
so frequently.
varying degrees and stuff like that. Like I know oftentimes I end up reading some type of article or something about something tragic happens, and like I feel for it, but at the same time I'm like, it's that same old like, well, it's not happening to me. So you kind of
that's kind of interesting because it's going to lead into the next topic, which in the city of Moreno Valley here. Also this week, another gun violent incident. No one was killed, but a young man came home to see his lady with another man. He proceeded to pull out a weapon, fired 2 shots. No one was killed, but he has been arrested and has been charged with attempted murder / homicide. So basically, he walks in, he sees this woman cheating, sees the other dude. He gets the strap, lets 2 off. Police are called. He's taken into custody.
Damn.
He's charged with attempted murder.
As he should be.
And he's also a father of 2 children.
That was temporary insanity.
You think Did he go get a gun?
He lost.
No, it was his gun. It was his.
Did he go get one though?
Yeah, it was in the house. He walked to the other room, got the gun.
Yeah, so that's where you lose the temporary insanity.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's how the thing works. Where it's like you left and came back. They do that.
I mean, he could say passion, crime of passion.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but there was an update to that story.
What's the update?
So he did shoot the gentleman, and he did die.
He shot the guy.
Yeah,
See, I heard he missed the guy. So the guy actually died.
Apparently, the initial report was the victim was shot, took him to the hospital, and then at some point succumbed to his injuries and passed away.
That's
Oh,
murder.
he
But that's
he
attempted.
going to prison. Yeah.
At best, he might look up with manslaughter because of the situation.
Nigga,
But even in
he
that, I think
he ain't getting manslaughter, my
well,
man.
he's not.
I'm
But
sorry.
look at all the lives that are affected. Now, he lost a life. He's
Mhm.
going to jail for a very long time. The children lost a father, and now possibly if the woman has any type of empathy, she's now impacted two men's life with her actions. It's a lot of broken lives, a lot of trauma there just in that situation, all because if you're not, like I'm saying, if you're not happy, there's ways to go about it. You know what I'm saying? And this, like my grandma always said, everything done in the dark always come to light. Ain't no reason. Ain't no reason to be creeping because pretty soon you're gonna be seen. So like, what do you guys like? What do you guys think about the situation? Like, cause you gotta think about the impact of everyone involved, even the people not
Yeah.
involved in the actual action of the cheating. Like a lot.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about the weight behind every decision you make.
That's true. But I'm not gonna blame her for
Oh
homeboy shooting.
no. She's not
Because
to
that's
blame. She's not to blame, but she's the catalyst.
she's
She's not
everybody's
the.
part of it, yeah.
The
But
thing about it, I mean, if she's gonna do some dirt, why would she do it in her own home?
At home.
because she didn't give a shit. Like she didn't
Exactly.
give a shit.
I could,
She thought it
I
was
could probably take my wife cheating on me on the chin, right? Like fuck it, I get the look back type shit, or we just done. But if you cheating on me in the bed, in the house I paid for, in the bed I bought, that shit's now at this point this is super personal.
Oh no, that's triggering, yeah. That's fuck.
that's
That's
super
fuck.
personal. You know what I'm saying?
But it
Like I
might be
said,
the thought of the hiding in plain sight.
yeah.
I think for
There's a
me,
different level there.
Yeah, that's the highest level.
I think for me, I never, and I'm not saying this endorsing what he did and stuff like that. I've never been the type of person where when someone, like in this case, she cheats, he does violence upon the dude she cheated with. I can understand you being
Oh.
upset. I can understand you being upset with him. It always seems to be the greater scale of the anger always ends up on
the other party.
the third party.
Yeah.
And I never understood that. And like I said, I'm not condoning violence or anything. I'm just saying, like, I never understood the concept. Like,
well, also
why?
we don't know. We don't know how well the other
Yeah, we
gentleman know
might be
them.
thinking. Yeah, I
Because
was like, we might be thinking the same thing.
Because
Might be a
it might have
friend.
been someone they both
Yeah.
friend they both knew.
Yeah.
You know,
His
oh, that's
homie.
just my godbrother.
you?
That's my cousin. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, that's my
Nigga,
play
you
cousin
of all
type shit.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been one of those. It could have been a dude he trusted. He
Yeah,
probably
that's what I'm
been there
saying.
because the dude was comfortable in there digging her out, so he had to be there often. So
He just
He
Like I
could've
said,
been
I
like-
think,
came back was like,
I think I'm just weird because I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be pissed, but my anger would be more directed at her than him.
oh no, I'm going
If that makes sense.
arson.
It's an arson.
Wow.
Wow.
He burned the whole house down.
All right.
Yeah, I'm getting that money back.
Nick, if they can prove you lit it on fire, you're not getting any money back.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
They ain't gonna know.
And you're going to
They ain't gonna
jail.
know. Nope. I watched enough Dexter and shit like that. I'm cool.
Okay, we understand.
Obviously, we can't
we
put out this. We can't put out this episode.
Right. We understand that you've been trained by the United States Navy to do some shit. Just let's leave it there. Okay.
Right.
Is it possible that he had a sudden thought of clarity that he didn't want to harm the mother of his children,
Possible.
and directed all the anger on a Will Smith moment at that person, and not because he thought if I pull the gun on the mother
I can see that. I can see he can say, well, the kids may lose me, but they're not going to lose her. I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely
just
see
in that moment of clarity, just directed it at.
Yeah.
Because he thought about the kids in that instant, like, wait a minute,
Possible.
like,
I feel like that's
I don't
giving
know
him
if-
too much credit,
I
but
don't know if I subscribe to it, but it's
Right.
possible. I say it's possible, but I think that nigga went pop.
yeah,
Fuck y'all. Like
if I was the case, he would have shot both of them.
no, but it's like Keith said. It's typically dudes always fight, or women do the same shit. Or
Well,
you go
yeah.
after the party.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I also often hear that it's usually they're both catching something for the disrespect. Both of them
Yeah.
are catching something. You
What do
don't
you
get
mean?
off. Like as far as if I'm pulling a gun out, everybody catching something.
Oh,
It's not
you
just
can
gonna be him.
air out the
My
place.
head,
Yeah.
I heard you. I heard what you said, but my brain went left.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I said, hopefully, for all this trouble.
Was you
Yeah.
thinking like herpes?
No, I was talking about like I was hoping she had an orgasm for all the trouble she just went through.
Oh wow, you went way.
Yeah, I,
Right.
went, I was saying I hope the nut was good. I mean, it's just. I mean, as we said from last three topics, it's just like it seems like I don't want to say gun violence is getting worse because, especially here in California, to get a gun is getting harder and harder in California. But I do, like I said, like I've probably said it a couple times, I do feel like people we're not valuing life because at the end of the day, in all these situations and all these scenarios, it's the root cause of what's happening is not. I don't deem worthy enough for anyone to lose their life over these things, and it's just like I don't think people kind of comprehend the traumatic aftermath that can happen for any time, a gun or attempted murder, or any time of violent act is created. Because I'm not gonna say a gun, because guns are safe when handled correctly. Yeah, I just think it's weird. But so we have a Reddit post to react to. Moving on. I guess I'll read this since everyone's other. It says the title says, anyone else have periods where your opinion of yourself is vastly different? That's the question. And then he or she goes on to give an example. So Monday, I'm narcissistic. The world is against me, and I don't give a fuck because I'm gorgeous. Tuesday, no fucking wonder that girl
It's
didn't
gotta
get.
be a woman.
No, it's a dude. Tuesday, no
Oh,
fucking
shit.
wonder that girl didn't want to get with you anymore. You're a weird fucking asshole, beta loser. He called himself a beta loser. On Wednesday, literally nothing. Zero feelings. I could win the lottery and have a straight face. On Thursday, he has insane happiness. Just happy
Yep.
I'm alive and that life goes on. On Friday, stress and anxious to the point of nausea. Mistakes and regrets swarm into my reality and become real again.
You might
So
have to
he-
seek a
so-
physician. Shit, like
Is that did that relate to you or?
I said a little bit, but it kind of got extreme after day 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
I
mean,
get
like-
that extreme.
Yeah,
It, it can start one, but I don't know about getting to
yeah. I mean,
the
because
point of nausea.
yeah, because it seemed like he started off high, like he was like, fuck it, I'm the best looking motherfucker in the world. And on Tuesday, I guess he couldn't get the woman he wanted, so he was just a creep. And then because he was heartbroken on Wednesday, he has no feelings. Fuck the world. Whatever happens, happen. And on I guess Thursday he comes to terms with himself and he's just insanely happy. And then Friday the circle is complete. He's back to square one. Like
I don't think I've had it that extreme. I've had
I definitely
come in on Monday and you feel like you can feel like $1 million or feel like fuck it, but I've never had it to where I'm here and then to the extreme left by the end of the week. It's either like it can kind of gradually get there, but like that's in like extremes on each day. Like you got to this one and then tomorrow you felt this way and then Wednesday that might be some
clearly-
bipolar shit. Like
he's clearly unstable.
yeah.
I mean, it don't have to be that. He could.
I mean, he's
he
swinging
could,
too hard too fast.
I'm not a physician. I can't. I've been in positions where I've
That's why I
Hold
think
on,
you
hold
should
on,
seek
hold
a
on.
physician.
Wait, pause. What positions you been in?
like panic attack to
Oh, I thought-
being
I thought
happy
we-
as fuck.
I was
Like,
thinking. see,
we
my,
took it.
my mind went left again. I was
God
thinking-
damn it! Stop going there, man.
I thought you was about to drop some knowledge on the pod about positions. I mean,
But no, I've gone like,
I mean, I
don't know.
can relate. I think like like I'm hard on myself. So some days I'm a little heavier than other, but not to this extreme. And I basically talk myself out of it, and I feel great about myself. Normally like when I freshly shave, and first time the beard, I'm the sexiest nigga in the world. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's just me. I think that's any dude with a fresh cut. That just can't say
I'm
shit to us.
gorgeous every day. That's what I say. I'm gorgeous every day.
Okay, nigga. I hope your wife feel that way.
Yeah,
So
don't matter. I do.
But honestly, I definitely would recommend he see a therapist, possibly get on some pills because he does seem to have some vast mood
No,
swings here.
he sounds slightly manic depressant, and you know, I say use your manics wisely, because you're gonna swing even with the medicine.
Wait, you're wrong. See, don't say I went left again. You said swing.
God,
I looked in the background for a pineapple all of a sudden.
Damn.
What about you? What about you, Geef? What do you think? I mean, do you relate to this? I mean, in some form or like?
I mean, in some form, yes. There's times where I can have a moment of high, and within a few hours can be down low. I don't know about it shifting as often as he described, though. That does seem
it
fairly
might be.
what?
I think he's using it as a
Left?
layout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that how at least how he describes it does seem like there is a bigger issue there that he might want to get looked at, or at least possibly just talk to a professional of some kind, be it
Now
person to person or one of the online services. But
speak to somebody.
yeah,
Now let me ask you guys this, because I believe we all said we kind of can relate to this some kind of way. Have any of you guys been able to like maybe identify the triggers that kind of get you into these swings to kind of like anticipate or like kind of catch it before you go full blown swing? Before,
I didn't learn to
I think it's.
identify shit until therapy. Go ahead, Kevin.
I feel like it's hard for me to catch it, if that makes sense. Like I know when things are coming sometimes, and I guess I take the necessary steps to get myself through it. I haven't learned how to stop it, I guess.
It's
Does
definitely
that make sense?
yeah, it's
I get
definitely
it.
stages. Like I said, when I went to therapy, I learned to identify the triggers, but I still don't know how to prevent them from becoming overwhelming. But I can identify them now because you start to realize the actions that you do that start to cause that pour of what's about to come. Like you'll be like, okay, my constant action of doing this is going to trigger that. So me trying to deal with everything and letting it get to a point that it compounds on me is going to trigger the next action. But I don't know how to stop that yet. So I
Are we
definitely have
supposed
to.
to though?
I can kind of agree with that.
Are we
What?
supposed to? I don't know.
Supposed to
Like
what?
stop the
You gotta learn to deal with
feeling of it, or if we're supposed to learn how to deal with, and not
yeah.
deal, but because I like you said that, and as I say it, it's one of those things that I think about now, where you're like, we always say we're just dealing, and it's like there's a point to where it's like we got to find the more than the dealing, and I think about
constructively
it a lot.
handle it, like constructively have it so where we can get through it as opposed to letting it just overwhelm us.
Yeah, I think more on the scale of the more extreme side of it is the one that you kind of want to get a better handle on when you know your triggers. Because I know for me, when I get extremely stressed, that's when my migraines really start coming on. And so I'm still learning to try to manage my stress levels because I really hate migraines. And yeah, like I
I'm
said,
sorry, I don't mean no
Well,
shit, Sherlock.
yeah. Well, I mean,
that's a
some
good
of my
learning curve.
migraines I can't control. Like it's
Yeah.
been something
Yeah.
I've suffered with all my life, but there's certain migraines that seem to only stem from a certain
Stress.
level of
Have you
stress.
ever had a CAT scan?
Yes, many.
Because I remember I had a CAT scan before, because I had migraines and
Migraines is one of those things that they
nothing too
still
abnormal.
don't know a whole lot about. I think I was telling Kevin this. There's migraines that don't even have symptoms of like a headache.
Oh, I throw up every time I get a migraine. It sucks.
Yeah, like apparently, like some of the most, I don't want to say most, but there's some common symptoms that you would not associate with what you would deem a migraine. That's an actual migraine. Like I had to kind of no, someone pointed me to some documents on it, and I was like, wow, I always for years always assumed a migraine was an extreme headache and symptoms that kind of stem from that.
Wait till you
Like
get married. You gonna lay next to it.
like for me, my migraines, I don't have this you notice I'm
He
trying to
said
cover
you
that
gonna
up.
be in a constant migraine.
You can't make me
Sorry.
laugh like that. That shit. Okay. Right.
But yeah, I don't have like the hearing sensitivity that some people do when they have migraines, but I do have like a lot of the other symptoms like nauseated stomach, lights,
Light is
stuff
what
like
bothers
that.
me the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean,
it's
I'm gonna just say this. I think to go back, I'm gonna just say what I'm trying to do and trying to figure out is I'm trying to direct the mood swings into something positive. You know, I think like the people who mature at the highest level do that. Like I think like you know, for a lot of people like a lot of people go like when they're angry, they go to the gym. They get and that kind of like mellows them out, or you know what I'm saying. So like I'm trying to like I'm trying to like get things where because honestly, the video games can't curb my anger anymore because then the game's just going to piss me off and then that's going to just compound the anger. So like I think yeah. So so I think like you have to I don't want to necessarily say have a task or at least have something you can do to focus that emotion. Because I think at the end of the day, it's all about handling your emotions and being emotionally mature. So I think that's what we have to learn to do. You know.
That's literally why I tell myself that. Use the manic stages wisely. Because when I'm in a manic stage, it's like, hey, you got all this energy, you got all this creativity, use it now.
I
Don't
will say
focus
this.
it in the video games and stuff. But
If you're really mad to the point to where you need to just like let some energy out, do some yard work, nigga. That yard gonna be crispy.
That's wisely though. That's
It's gonna
getting
be
something accomplished.
You gonna be out there because yesterday I pulled some weeds like I was Hulk. Nigga, I think I pulled up all the dirt. I pulled up a. I knew I was mad yesterday when I pulled I thought it was a weed and I pulled it. I said, "Oh no, this is a root to my palm tree." Said, "Damn."
What exactly is geek preparing for in marriage? Because you said wait till you get married. So what exactly should we be preparing for?
I said prepare yourself for marriage because sometimes in marriage you lay next to
Can
your
you
migraine.
elaborate on that?
You lay next to your
elaborate
migraine.
a little bit?
Because there's gonna be a lot of things that your spouse will do. I mean, and this goes both ways. There's gonna be a lot of things that your spouse will do that's just going to irritate the fuck out of you. It's just that's life. That's life.
I mean,
especially look here. I'm gonna be real. Fuck it. This is how we gonna end the show. Fuck it. Me and my wife, we've been together 20 years. I love her. I love this woman to my core. She is my everything. Right? That being said, we are still two human beings who are growing and changing daily. And
Correct.
the constant struggle to figure things out, and how I don't understand her all the time and she doesn't understand me. She perceives things one way, I perceive things another way. That shit, it leads to a migraine. So like I said, when you
Well
get
played.
married, you will
Well
be laying next to
played.
your migraine.
Kevin.
I can put this water down. Good job there. Shit.
Mo actually might show up to the next pod.
I'm just saying. That shit goes both ways.
That shit's priceless.
hard-
If you don't watch the YouTube, watch this episode and watch Kevin drink this water as he's talking.
I'm just saying.
Priceless.
In a relationship, it doesn't even have to be married. In any relationship, there's give and take. There's different levels of understanding and knowledge. And one thing you have to understand, if you want to be with your significant other a long time, it's all about the progress. It's all about the growth. It's all about understanding. You have to be able to meet that person halfway. You have to be able to be someone who is helping. It has to be 50-50. When it's not 50-50, it's unnecessary stress. And my mindset is always, if it's unnecessary stress, I don't fucking need you.
And that goes close this out. Damn, man.
That goes both motherfucking ways. And with that being said, this is episode 39 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am your boy, Mo Lethal. I'm here with these three guys. Mr. Under the Weather. Go ahead. McFly, a.k.a. the...
Jesse's a Barbie son.
That's it. Rest in peace, Jesse. We love you, man. We miss you. And Mr.
Shreddy Murphy.
Did this nigga say Shreddy Murphy?
Yeah. Shreddy Murphy. Y'all ain't never shred? You never shredded?
You shredding cheese or shredding cheats?
Or shredded wheat?
No, I'm talking about the slopes.
Oh, like you skiing. Oh,
shredding.
I keep forgetting you do white people activity. And also we here with Mr.
This is Geek 40.
Man, we love y'all, man. We on everything. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Play Music, Amazon, all that. We appreciate y'all. Follow us on everything. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that shit. We love y'all. Peace out, man. It's been episode 39. We love you.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.